Okay, this is the auditors meeting on June 1st, 2026. And we stopped the meeting for administrative tasks, and the meeting has opened again at 11:26. And present are Meredith Morgan and Tracy Weatherhog and Juanita Birchclay. So we're talking about the town trust funds. So town trust funds reviewed. So we have been doing some research and reading about the town trust funds, and we're discussing some thoughts we have. So I would say one of the thoughts we have is to really continue to try and recruit trustees. Continue to recruit trustees. We really are missing some guidance here. Also, we want to make sure we know all the names of people on the trustees, the non-elected trustees. So we have to check on the non-elected trustees for the church and cemetery funds. Okay. Then regarding the Copeland Milk Fund, we have some questions. So we've looked at the minutes from the May 2026 meeting. And the town report. Okay. Right. And we looked at the original. I never knew what to call these compact documents. Original documents from 1927 and 1976. We've commented on the large amount of money in the fund. Currently, what was the number? You have it on the.
Oh, should I just close it? 8.
Number 8.
892 or something. Hold on.
We would say currently over X number. No, what's in their funds right now?
Oh, sorry.
We can just say over 800,000, over 900,000.
892, I think it is.
892,014.
So I'm going to say almost $900,000. You notice, and it's mentioned in the minutes that the original cap of $6,000 in 1927 would come to.
You mean in today's money?
Yeah.
Around 100,000.
Oh, okay. Around $100,000 in today's.
114,000, almost 115,000.
Around 100,000.
Inflation of roughly 1,814%.
With inflation of what?
1,814% over the 100 years.
14% over 99 years. So, I'd say. The auditors have been recommending that the milk fund trustees work with a lawyer to update the conditions of distribution and management. And we have been asking that for how many years? Can you find our report there? Because it will say since.
First, since fiscal year 14.
Excuse me.
Since fiscal year 14. So, yeah, 12 years. So I guess we'd say we support consultation with a lawyer, updating funds. Okay, but our concerns are that it be
Updating of the funds or distribution to the farmers, town, and possible reinvestment or something like that. Right, I mean, that's what we're thinking is the three.
Be widely discussed or and not decided by a small group of, by a lawyer or.
Discussed by the, with the advice of the lawyer. But then consultation with the select board maybe.
Not
to
only
make the
with
decision or something.
A lawyer and the trustees, but with consultation with the whole select board and the auditors and the public. Gets too messy.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be.
And right now, the trustees have control of the money, but it still says that they have to go with the conditions of the
Covenant.
covenant. That's
Sorry,
the
that's
term.
what you were looking for.
Yeah, but it sounds a little odd. It
Yes.
doesn't sound so.
But the issue is, right, that it has not been.
That's right.
Right, according to number 8.
Number
Right.
8 is the big.
It's not.
So therefore, and another concern. Number 8, condition number 8.
Of the covenant.
Number 8 of the covenant. What is it?
An excess of net income over 6,000 to be paid by, I guess,
To the patrons.
to the patrons on the whole.
And that was an issue, possibly a mistake. That should be excess to be paid to pay income over to $6,000. The $6,000 to be paid to patrons on the whole fund to be taken and used by the town.
Right, no.
Yes, excess.
Oh, this is.
Sorry, on the original, if you want to find that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
$6,000. Paid to farmers. Excess of interest. Right?
It says any excess of net income.
Any excess, thank you, excess of net income over the 6,000 paid to the farmers. Should be given to the town. Say, however. The custom then is either $6,000 to farmers and $6,000 to the town. Okay, the custom. For up to 6,000 to the town. And no more.
So this, maybe I'll wait till you're done. Go ahead.
Okay, no, that's good.
This is one of the parts that I've always wondered about here is in the original covenant, but it doesn't seem to appear here.
Yeah.
Is the means of harmonizing dairy interests in the town and vicinity and secure the cooperation of all other businesses within its limits. And also the hearty support of every inhabitant. So
That's not in,
that's in the original document.
so where does it come there?
In creating this fund, it is expected it will be the means of harmonizing the dairy interests in town
There it is.
and vicinity. Okay, so that implies to me that we should be supporting businesses beyond the dairy space.
Good point.
And an asset to every citizen.
I guess paragraph
Because people can drink the milk out of next month.
Yeah, there you go. Increase the demand for labor and the better wages increase the population, make more and better homes, improve the value of real estate.
Oh, yeah. Permanent business of ever increasing value.
Yep.
Construct. Implies support for other businesses and the town. So it might be that we, as auditors, want to be sure that any change in this, in the distributions, take that section into account.
So the other businesses, which gets a little sticky and confusing.
Well, I mean, but what if you said, okay, if half the interest is $50,000, 10,000 might go to this farm, 5,000 to this business, 5,000, I mean, how do you?
Well, certainly is a reason to move to Middletown with your business.
Well, one of the things they said, somewhere in the history is that
You use manure on your plants, so you get some of it because.
at a certain point, there were so many farmers in town that the money that came out of the interest was meaningless. It was divided up.
Too little.
Too little. It wasn't making much interest to begin with, and then people were getting, $500 or something like that. So yes, it would be a question of how would you decide what business gets it? Right. And can someone come and start their private in-home consulting business? And
Yeah, that could get really challenging.
well, we want permanent business of ever increasing value. Increase the demand for labor and
better wages, increase the population.
More and better heart. So it might be a business that employs a certain number of
A
people.
concrete business on the edge of town. I mean, there are other,
Timber frame.
yeah. They employ several people that live in town or nearby.
But that would mean someone who's running a a small
The
farm
ob-
business.
The object of the donor in giving this basic fund is to establish within the town a permanent business of ever increasing value and inspire a constructive spirit for general improvement.
Business, a permanent business of ever increasing. Now they're talking about the creamery. You know, they're trying to support the creamery there. So we're extrapolating, because the creamery's not there, into the spirit of what he says the object is. So it might be.
Yeah, but
Might be a business that's been here that's based in town, physically based in town, and has, you know, more employees. You know, it gets tricky with farming. And you know, how many.
it says to every business. To every asset, to every citizen, and to every business.
So we want to be sure that's part of the conversation, and that's why it needs to be widely discussed, at least, you know, at the select board, and because it's a lot of money and it's town.
Compliance for so many years too, right, like this. If anybody want, you know, you could go back and sue the town for not doing that, right?
Well, that, you know, we said in previous years in the auditor report, early on, we said, really, the town should be getting more money. At a certain point, I mean, we weren't getting, it wasn't making even $10,000 interest, I think, when I first came, so it was.
Certainly not approved.
Yeah.
I was a cheesemaker, I think. Coming to Middletown. With my cheesemaking business.
Well, if you get too many in there, then you're not gonna get that much.
Right, but how many cheesemakers are there? And there are, I mean, Vermont has become famous worldwide stage for making cheese.
You could say,
And
you'd have to set conditions, or, I mean, that it. And if I grow things in my backyard and take them to the farmer's market and give myself a name, I'm a business. Do you give me money according to my profits? Do you say it?
I wonder if they don't wanna look at it, right, because.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, so it seems like it's a good time to look at this, because there is actually money to talk about. And they know it, they've got it, they've had it, I think, in their minutes, for more than 1 year. They know they need to update it. And maybe there's some pressure from tar bells that is a drop in the bucket these days, $6,000.
Mhm.
So, and we do want to support our local businesses and our local farm. It's the only dairy farm. Do we have goats? It's a business.
I don't know if it's a business, right?
Sheep. Well. So we've put these notes into our minutes. I'll write them up, so that we can look at that. And I think what maybe the thing to do is to send a copy of the minutes to the trustees of the milk fund with a note saying, we'd like to get together and talk. Does that make sense?
Was Terry chair of the committee?
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, be another meeting where we, look a little closer at the other parties, which have a substantial amount of money. But this one is probably the most pressing issue.
How do you? How do we follow up with who's the unelected people? We just send emails to the people who are elected and we'll
Oh,
do that.
yeah, that would be a way to, yes, that makes sense. Except on the cemetery, that I saw something, on an email, I think that might have come from John. Just now I saw it, where he has, a lot of names on it. This is from January.
So this,
Last year.
Unless you're getting emails from beyond, that's possible.
so this wasn't recorded till 10 years after it was written.
What?
Received for record this 9th day of September 1937 at 7:40.
But there's something is signed on.
See this note here?
Look at that. True.
I don't think it's that unusual to have been delayed to be put in the records.
It says, be it remembered that on the second day of March, 1927, Wilkinson gave the town clerk a copy.
And so,
And not the original covenants and conditions. Acceptance of covenants.
because there's
April
another
1927.
There's another copy of this. This was copied in
Yes,
from
it
another
says,
document.
Foregoing is a true copy of the vote of the town accepting the gift passed in 1927. Sidebar, there was received for record.
Yeah. But I remember reading a much more difficult to read document. So the original covenant, was it even 27?
It's the same one, the 505.
Yeah, the one I remember was very fragile and was,
Well, this is attested to as a true copy.
yeah, so this is a copy they made of all the books are at that era were filled in, the copy didn't have a Xerox, so they hand copied.
Hand copy it, and then sign off on it. And then this transcript was made by Melissa,
Yeah, I saw,
and I,
but that's the update of
yes,
this.
this is from that.
That's why this doesn't look, I read something else that is much more difficult to read.
Do you want this one to
Would you like to keep it? I have it's an extra copy.
So should we adjourn this or?
Oh, yes, so let's adjourn.
So or by consensus, we're going to go through and do things you spoke
Do
about.
these various things. Okay, so meeting, I guess next meeting, we have to next meeting, agenda and so on. I would say the agenda includes continuation of review of trust funds. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus the usual approval of minutes and any other business kind of stuff. Auditor activities. And Hubbard. So basically the same as this month. And
So July 6th would be our.
I will be away July 6th. Could we do June 29th.
Apparently I can.
Which is,
At 10 again,
yeah, or,
and I just use the same Zoom link, is that correct?
Yes.
That's what it should be. Okay. So our agenda is just approve the minutes, review recent auditor activities, trust funds, cover brothers invoices, follow up if any, I'll put. Any other business future meetings?
yeah, and if other business pops up. We'll have it in. Okay, so that's agenda, next meeting. What is it, June 29th? At 10. I think what I'll do is I'll stay here a little bit and, so meeting adjourned. I will stay here and